When we woke up, ready to begin the 9th stage of our coast to coast, we found my mom's feet to be worse than ever. I was starting to feel better, but I wasn't about to leave my hiking buddy alone. Thankfully, there was entertainment for us in Richmond, in the form of a historic and beautiful castle, and my dad was able to walk the stage with one of our friends, Greg. This is what each of us saw and learned throughout the day.
It is day 9 of our coast-to-coast walk across England. My blisters are terrible and Molly is sick, so we're taking a rest day here in Richmond. And we are visiting Richmond Castle, which is an 11th century castle built by the cousin of William the Conqueror.
Starting on day 9 of the coast-to-coast walk, leaving Richmond and walking to Danby Wiske today. Walking a little bit through the city of Richmond, a beautiful old market town, the big market square, and Richmond Castle, which is in ruins, and the path will take us alongside the castle. We start the day with a steep descent towards the river, and we're going to be walking around the castle. That's the River Swale down there of the Swale Dale.
Here's the view that they had from the castle.
Just behind we left a waterfall, and leading up to the waterfall, the River Swale is so calm and quiet here. I have crossed the Swale River over a beautiful bridge, and now I'm on the opposite shore to Richmond, walking along a nice cool footpath through a forest. So we're leaving Richmond now. But from this vantage point, we have a beautiful, last sweeping view of Richmond, full of old churches, beautiful stone homes, and of course the iconic Richmond Castle. Back alongside the Swale River, there's little waterfalls and little jumps along the way, so we're hearing the sound of rushing water. It's beautiful here.
We're having a leisurely breakfast on our off day. Trying to be conscientious and rest as much as we can. We love the little doors here. Molly's 5'2", so that door's gonna be like 5'8".
We are 2.5 miles out of town, and now we're really getting into sheep country again. So we're walking through our first field that is full of sheep, just grazing in their morning meal. There is a huge herd right here along the path, including one big one smack dab in the middle of the path. Actually 2 of them.
So we're gonna meet Carmen from Maryland and go see the castle. There's a Norman invasion. Right. are at Richmond Castle. If you're taking an off day in England, go to a castle.
So the coast to coast was not very well marked through the Lake District National Park or so much even in the Yorkshire Dales National Park. But as we're leaving Richmond, it's signposted quite well, and I've seen these white arrows in multiple places along the way. Maybe the white arrow will become the yellow arrow of the coast to coast. They don't really like to have people walking through. So I had walked into this path. I was about halfway into this path here on the side by the trees, and they opened a big gate on the far end to let the cows in. So the farmer called out to me and said, "Hey, I'm about to let the cows in. If you can hurry up and get over to the other side of the gate, because I'm letting the cows in." And so I did.
There's like some little unexplained lower areas here that... Oh, the dungeon. There's the dungeon.
We're approaching the village of Catterick Bridge along the M1. You can see the lorries in the distance. It's quite loud over here.
But they're terrorizing Molly, so do you want to go up? Kind of a little throne area here. Your word carries weight. Molly needs the speaking tube so she could be a little louder. Oh, there's more. Up we go. This is really probably not what I should be doing on my blisters. But it is starting to feel a little bit better, so. And I just can't go in a castle and not go to the top. That would be wrong.
So we're walking down the path, and Greg just saw this big group all sleeping. And I don't think we're going to be going through there. So we're just going to go around and see what we can do. It's funny, there's the shade of the tree, and there's a sheep everywhere in the shade of the tree.
We're at the top. You can see how different the views are just from, this is just 90 degrees. You got that there. And this is just 90 degrees over. They've got the old city. Point of view is everything. See the walls of the castle there. Get a feel for how far out it went. It's a pretty big castle.
This right here is basically Charles Point.
Yeah, and it's also a great place to trip. That's how they distinguished the abilities of their guests. Made them climb down this set of stairs. So that building there is the Holy Trinity Church, and it's got the Green Howards Museum in it now. There are a lot of uncommissioned churches here in England, and they use them for different things. Restaurants, museums, town halls, hotels. So I like that they're using their historical buildings instead of tearing them down.
So we're walking by an old quarry, And these lakes are basically former quarries, and they fill them up with water. They're deep, and the water stays very cold, so they're not safe for swimming. So they don't allow people to go in. But look at all these beautiful wildflowers they put in front of them, and the lakes are a good place for the waterfowl. So it's a beautiful way to turn mining land into something beautiful.
It's about to get interesting. Right, goats. A history nut. You could spend all day in this place.
This is the Church of St. Mary's. So the Church of St. Mary's at Bolton, Swale. So around the community pantry, people are new, and they can just come and take whatever.
Look at this.
We just walked through this field. There are a lot of calves. So we don't want to get too close to any of them, just in case the mamas were not happy. But we pretty much had to walk around by some of these to get to the gate.
So that is the Church of Danby Wiske. Beautiful church, beautiful day. We are going to go to the tuck shop. Let's do it. It's the White Swan. Our accommodation for tonight. We'll be open at 4 o'clock.
While this stage definitely didn't go as planned, we were learning to have fun on the days we weren't able to walk. Meeting up with Carmen really lifted our spirits, especially since we were touring Richmond Castle. After that, we took a taxi to our accommodations for the night, thinking that our room would be ready and we could enjoy a relaxed afternoon. Instead, we sat in the sun for 3 hours waiting for it to open. The sun was good for our tans, but it left us feeling even more drained and dehydrated. When we got our room, we learned that the shower didn't work, which was unfortunate because we were pretty sweaty. Thankfully, we had a good dinner and our spirits were lifted once more. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe.